So that ranger you were talking to, yeah, Stanepic, he is the voice actor for Gara. Nice. Yeah, I hear it now.
Hey there. In from out of town, ain't you? Name's Dusty. Oh, I tend to my ranch. That's about it. Alice will tell you, I don't get out a whole lot. You must mean what's left of it. Somebody's been attacking our animals at night. We're down to less than half of what we had a few weeks back. Every night around midnight, Alice and I wake up to some crazy hollering and gunshots. You'd think the world was ending all over again. But it's just one animal each night. They don't take it or carve it up or nothing. Just leave it there, all full of holes. We'd be grateful, especially if you find them before they get in the whole stock. But don't go getting yourself killed over it. Alice and I'll find a way to make do. Always have. Beg your pardon, ma'am, but them two-headed beasts ain't worth getting shot over. Not to mention what would happen if half of what Novac says is true. Best we can hope is that whoever's doing this will move on or get tired of it. I just hope it happens while we still got animals left. Whoever it is, I don't think they're from around town. Seems like they've taken to shooting from the west side. Can't say I have, but we usually keep to ourselves down here. You might have more luck up by the motel. Maybe ask Jeannie Mae. Nothing happens in this town that she don't know about. She'll be up in the lobby most days.
Where's your wife? I need to interrogate her. You just sitting in this dark room? Just sitting? With blood on your... This is weird. You're weird.
What brings you here? Well, it's the strangest thing. Last time it happened, I could swear I heard someone cry out for help. Sounded like a big fella. But when we finally got up the gumption to go look outside, all we found was our cattle. And I know what they sound like when they get upset. I can't imagine what went on. Dusty can probably tell you more about it. Oh, we keep to ourselves for the most part. Try not to pry. I think Jeannie Mae gets bothered that we aren't more sociable. But it's just our way. Ain't that we don't appreciate what she's done, managing this town like she has, but I worry she feels that way anyhow. Not that there ain't others who pry around here. That Novac was skulking around our yard last week. I thought he was our cow killer. Was about to lash him with our bullwhip till I saw who it was. He's harmless, though. Part of me wishes I could see things like he sees them, all full of mystery. I'm not sure who started it. Wasn't a very nice name, but he took to calling himself by it, so we all had to. I don't even remember what his real name is. Anyway, I think it comes from that expression that people say when you're crazy, that not all of your dogs are barking. Poor Novac. Oh, well, I'm Alice, and you've already met my beau, Dusty. He's sweet, ain't he? I don't care what my mama said. I know how to pick 'em. We set up this ranch years back when Novac was just getting settled. But now, with all the danger on I-15, folks are starting to come through here from all over. Novac might just be the next Nevada boomtown.
What is it, midnight? And now we play the waiting game. It said they came from the west side. Oh, now we wait. So, how are you guys doing? I got like 2 minutes to kill, so Might as well chat it up. I should probably boot. You know what, Ed? Why haven't I made you a moderator? I mean, you pop in enough. You're probably my only friend, like, real-life friend that actually watches me stream. Oh. And what do you think you're doing? Huh?
Howdy. Prima's a new sheriff. That should keep the powder gangers away.
I'm shooting him in his spine! Point blank, still only 95% chance. Yeah. I mean, I have guns. Some of the percentages always like, I find very secrets. The screams of Brahmin. Got a fucking minigun. Like, I'd like to think something within, like, 40 yards, I would have 90% or higher chance of hitting. You know, once you start getting away from there, there's weapon accuracy and all that. Granted, you know, my guns are newer and up cap, where these things are like pipes with a wood stock attached. So...
Find anything? Well, I don't know how you've done it, but I do know how I can thank you. Please take this, compliments of Alice and myself. And help yourself to anything in that freezer over yonder. We got more steaks in there than we'd be able to eat in a year.
You want to bet? Because the Lone Wanderer, much like the Dragonborn, whenever... What's that comic online? Oh, I heard tales of the Dragonborn when I was younger. And sensing that the Dragonborn was in danger, he ate 75 cheese wheels to restore his health. Lone Wanderer is the same way. Sensing he was in danger, he chugged 27 Nuka-Colas.
Hey. What can I do for you?
You got some stuff on your... She's got dead eyes. Super stims. She's got a decent amount of money. I can sell some of this. I don't use submachine gun, don't need that.
Pleasure doing business.
Oh my. That guy's a mercenary? Look at him, he's like 80. I don't want that guy protecting me. This guy is just sketchy looking, but this what are you? Oh, I can't steal the tire iron, but I can take their paint gun and shit. Fancy lad snack cakes. Are those like the Twinkies of the Fallout universe? The last 2,000 years? I mean, you know, they've actually tested it. Oh, hey, there's actually someone sleeping in here. Did not, I just took all your medical supplies. I apologize. But the game said it was okay, so I did it. Just gotta slowly check out the entire town. This is stealing! Whose is this? This is just some shack. Oh, water is so good. Isn't No Bark over there? I think. Oh no, this is No Bark's.
Careful. They got spies all over. Who sent you? I ain't talking. They tried to get me to talk before, but I didn't say nothing. And I don't aim to now, by gum. We'll just see about that. You come any closer, and I'm liable to stick you with my sticking knife. Old Sticky's feeling mighty ornery this day.
I'll stick you with my sticking knife.
You sure now? It's kind of hard to hear you.
Glare.
Okay, just speak up a little. But not so much that they hear you. They got people everywhere, always listening. There's been things of a disturbing nature going on at the McBride Corral. Seems every night one of their herd meets a most unnatural death. And always there's holes all over the body. Work of the chupacabra, the livestock vampire, says Novac. But they don't pay no mind. Too many holes, they say, and there's bullets in them. Well, says Novac, we got a chupacabra with an automatic weapon. And that's when they get real quiet, because now they see the predicament we're in. I come face to face with the chupacabra himself one night, whilst I was investigating whether this gecko was hiding his treasure from me. He was the meanest, ugliest chupacabra you could imagine. Had 2 heads and fangs down to the ground. Best I could tell anyways, since when he come up to me, he was invisible. Had himself a blunderbuss, what would rotate and shoot bullets real fast out of a backpack. Never seen nothing like it. Walked right past me having an argument with somebody. But I only saw one chupacabra, so I guess the other fella had to be invisible too. Only more invisible than the other one. Folks will tell you that they seen ghouls up near the rocket factory. Sensationalist hooey, cooked up by superstitious yonkels, seeing phantoms of their own imagining. Ghosts, commie ghosts, but don't know they're dead. Hoping to steal our rockets, so they can fly up and paint them own pink and draw a Lenin face on it.
Oh, well, of course.
I've seen one of them disappear and reappear before my very eyes. Although, being a scientist, I have to admit, I might have just blinked for longer than usual, what with the shock of seeing a commie ghost and so forth. 'Cause they know I ain't just barking here. What I say has got bite, 'cause it's the truth. Them quack doctors can say what they want about all the rat scorpion stings that done pierced my skull. I know what I seen. Sure have. Camouflage, that coat was, trying to hide from extraterrestrials what can only see in black and white checkers. But they're not fooled, because he forgot to put checkers on his face. I told him so, and he seemed to take it to heart. They stayed here a night and was up by the dinosaur talking to the sniper fella with the mustache a couple of times.
It's got quite the little fort here. Danny Parker, modern jazz group. How many of those caps can you get before people start attacking? I always forget. Holy shit, this house is just full of alcohol. Of course, yeah, if I lived like this too. Probably want to kill myself. Jeannie Mae's something house. These people leave their house like a complete mess. Hello, Brahmin. Is this some sort of soup kitchen? Future weapons today. Let's go check out the gas station. Abandoned Brotherhood of Steel bunker. It's probably a little creepy that I'm walking around like in the middle of the night. Fusroja. Fusroja never changes. Nice, Ed. Nice. I've seen so many Skyrim and Fallout comics. My favorite one is when it's the dragon, the like Winter Run guard with the mustache reading to his son, who is also a tiny little White Run guard. It always makes me giggle. Oh man, it's all not takeable. There, now I've got ammo for my... What? Never mind. Okay. Hey, Victor's here. Hi, you creepy robot, but cowboy man.
Partner. Well, butter my butt and call me a biscuit if it ain't my old friend from Good Springs. Don't rightly know. I just got the notion to make my way to New Vegas. Reckon I'll find out when I get there. Novac? Nice enough place, I suppose, but between you and me, when I rolled into town, my skin started to itch. Watch yourself. Likewise, friend, likewise. Is there anything old Vic can do you for? Well, this ain't New Vegas, but I reckon you can find what you need here. Try the office out front. No, don't believe I did. But you might ask around. The Novac folk usually see anyone traveling this way. That's a mighty fine offer, but I'm gonna need to conserve my strength if I'm gonna make it all the way to New Vegas. I'm sure you do just fine without old Vic slowing you down.
There's keys right there. I could just take one. Most of what is recorded here is a mess of incomprehensible psychotic gibberish, which seems to be expressed general frustration towards the set of Brahmin who allegedly keeping the author awake at night by screaming inside his head whenever he closes his eyes. We, the representative of Officium, have this day bargained and purchased from Jenny Mae Crawford the township of Novac for the exclusive rights to ownership slave Carla Boone for the sum of 1,000 bottle caps and those of her unborn child for the sum of 500 bottle caps. The receipt whereof is hereby acknowledged. We warrant the slave and her young to be sound, healthy, and slaves for life. We covenant with the said Jeannie Mae Crawford that we have full power to bargain and sell said slave, and her offspring payment of an additional 500 bottle caps will be due pending successful maturation of the fetus, the claim to which shall be guaranteed by possession of this document. dick. I remembered that she said that, or did that rather. Oh wait, is there a little Mojave thing in here? Well, someone is clearly doing some drugs other than her. Oh man. Oh man. Someone is dying in this room. How'd you get a motorcycle in here?
Oh, please don't kill me. I swear I'll have... Wait, you don't work for Mr. Bishop, do you? Sorry, it's just... You look like his type, you know?
I'm wearing NCR
You got
armor.
that hard-ass wasteland explorer thing going on. Oh, so you have heard of me. Yeah, that's right. I was the big draw at the Shark Club. People used to pay hundreds of caps to see me. You don't know Mr. Bishop. He's not like other bosses up there. He knows the wasteland like the back of his hand, and he likes to wander it. I knew if I didn't get way the hell away from New Reno, he'd run me down like a dog. Oh, well, that's all just a big misunderstanding, see? Mr. Bishop, well, he owed me a lot of money, and, you know, he's a busy guy, so I sort of figured I'd just take it off his hands. Robbed is such an ugly word. It's more like I took care of a payroll problem for him. Also, I might have, sort of plowed his daughter. A little.
Just a little. Just like the tip area. That takes some balls, sir.
Thanks. But if Bishop finds me and I don't have his money, my balls are going to be on his trophy wall.
That's a tough break. Good luck with that. See ya.
You do that? Great. I really appreciate that.
I sort of plowed his daughter. Like, just a little. What? Why even, like, watch that TV? Can you even watch that TV? There's always blood in all of these bathrooms. Oh my god, she's laying in blood.
Fine weather for flying. It's times like these that make me miss it all. Vertibird pilot. 71 missions and only lost one chopper. Rotor malfunction over Klamath. Hard landing, but I walked away. I help folks strip down the more complicated bits of salvage they bring in. Engines mostly. The bits and pieces we take out are usually worth more than the whole thing put together. 4? No, not exactly. It was a long time ago. Things are a lot different these days, and those days are way behind me.
Okay, that was lackluster. Boone's room. Teddy bear and some vodka. That's a good combo. There's a radioactive mushroom coming out of your drain. Someone should look into that. Manny Vargas. Okay.
What's going on, man? I'm Manny. I'm on security detail here. You see a rifle barrel sticking out of the dinosaur's mouth, you got a 50-50 shot it's me. Otherwise, it's Boone. You name it. Anything that comes within 1,000 yards that looks like trouble. Lately, we've been getting ghouls, coming from the road to Repcon out to the west. Quite a few last couple days. The big threat is the Legion coming from the east. If they decide to attack with a full force, they'll run us over. But so far, we've been lucky. Boone's a sniper, same as me. Used to spot for him when we were enlisted with the NCR. After we got out, I talked him into settling down here. So, here we are. I'd introduce you, but, we're not so friendly right now. Me and his wife, we didn't see eye to eye on some things. We had some pretty big arguments. One day, she turns up missing, and he hasn't said a word to me since. Man, you name it. See, I grew up in North Vegas, me and my cousins. We were some bad seeds. Got in with a gang, I loved it. Then something happened, and I couldn't handle it anymore. So, I enlisted, earned my future, brought down my best friend to share that future with me. And here was this woman, who was too good for it, trying to take him away. So yeah, I didn't see eye to eye with the bitch.
Yeah.
Were they tough? I was in the cons, man. It doesn't get any badder. Oh, it was great. I wouldn't trade it. Something about that lifestyle, the discipline, seeing new places, making people safe. What's not to like? Well, I just felt like it was time, you know? Wanted to have a home. Plus, I was up at Camp Golf when Bitter Springs went down. I faked like I was sick to get out of going because I knew some of the people there. But when everybody came back, nobody would tell me what happened, and people would call us murderers sometimes when we showed up to secure towns. I still don't know exactly. Just that a lot of people died who didn't want to be a part of the fighting at all. I don't blame anybody for it. There's so much chaos when you're fighting. You're lucky not to shoot your own guys. But it did take something out of it for me. Just wasn't the same. So when it came time to re-enlist, I just took my papers and walked. Sure, I know him. What do you want with him? Must be something pretty important to be chasing a guy like that. Well, listen, I can definitely help you find him, but I've got problems of my own. Maybe we can do a trade. You need my help. There's something I need too. Novac, it's home for me now. I want that to be for good. I like it here, and I've left too many homes behind. But the only resource we got here is junk. Without that, people wouldn't have anything to trade. They'd all have to leave. We get most of it up the road from the old rocket test site, but a bunch of ghouls showed up one day and took it over. You can't get in there now. I would, but I've got to watch the road. Caesar's Legion has been taking territory just east of here. They took Nelson. If we let our guard down, they might attack. All it takes for the Legion is for them to sense weakness. Well, they gotta go, or this will be a ghost town before long. Doesn't matter to me what you do. As long as the ghouls are out of there, that's good enough for me. It'd mean a lot to me.
What was I supposed to do again? Dude, what do you need two beds in here for? 3 beds? 4 beds? You have 4 beds. What does one man need 4 beds for? He's obviously got some orgies in here. Okay, I just now looked at the image, Ed. Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. Is this where you go to get ranger training? You know, when someone's got surgical tubing in their bathroom, they're clearly doing drugs.
Hey, welcome.
Oh man, look away. Look that way. I gotta take this.
We haven't met yet. You must be new in town. I'm Andy. Right now, a whole lot of sitting on my keister and counting cracks in the ceiling. I wouldn't wish it on anybody. On better days, I help keep the peace. Boone and Vargas watch the road. I watch the town. Tell myself I'm doing some good. Was with them. That was back when my arm and leg used to work better. I still like to pretend I'm a ranger, though. I'll check in with the guys up at the station pretty regular on the ham radio. Sometimes they stop by, tell me they're paying their respects, the smug bastards. They haven't been responding to me last couple days. I guess they got tired of hearing me talk, but it still got me a little worried. Hell, listen to me talk, like some damn mother hen. No. They're gonna think I'm having trouble letting go. They're good soldiers. I don't give them enough credit. They're the NCR's finest. A one-man platoon, each of them. You got a job where even thinking about it would scare a man senseless? That's when you bring in the Rangers. And if you see a squad of veterans, guys who are in their black armor, well, you won't find a more beautiful sight. Yeah, twice. Actually, the first time, it was more like half my body. Knocked me out of the Rangers. This time, it's mostly just reminded me how useless I've gotten. A few years back, we get a tip that some Legion slavers were holed up in this burnt-out house a few clicks from where we were stationed. We get there and it's deserted. No sign anyone's been there. I mean, nothing. As we're leaving, I hear something behind me. I turn around and there's this kid, just skin and bone, and he's looking up at us and he's scared half to death. Been hiding in a closet. I go to grab him out of there and I notice he's holding something in his hand. Something metal. He shuts himself back in the closet, and that's when I see the grenade he's left by my feet. They do it a lot, the Legion, using kids. They know we'll hesitate. Anyway, that was the first time. Second time, I fell down those stairs in front of the motel, just in case I got to thinking I'd put it all behind me. People don't exactly line up to find out what's in my head. Can't remember the last time someone suggested I knew something worth knowing. You know? Maybe there's something I can do for you. Since you've gone to all the trouble of flattering a crippled old soldier, there's a move we have in the Rangers for knocking an opponent off his feet. Saved my butt a bunch of times, maybe it will for you too. Let me show you how it's done.
You've learned Ranger Takedown Special Move. Do I have to say it like in an anime series? Like, before I complete the move, I have to say, Ranger Takedown Special Move! And then, you know, do it. Initiate a power attack while moving backwards. You'll drop your opponent to the ground.
You'll get the hang of that takedown.
There's a lot of souvenir dinosaurs in here. Dino